Are you a Christian singer, a musician, a worship leader, or a hip-hop or spoken word artist, and you're looking for a platform to share your work? If so, I have exciting news for you. TPI is accepting submissions for music videos to air on the program. So please send a downloadable link of your music video and the song lyrics, the song copyright details and publishing details to tpimusic@cbn.org. Who knows, maybe one day I'll be introducing you to the world.
I will lift up your name higher. I will lift up your name higher. Praise Jehovah, you are wonderful. I will lift up your name.
Now, this is Donnie McClurkin's sister singing. Woo! Great Jehovah, you are wonderful. I will call on your name. Jesus. Jesus. Great Jehovah. I know his name. I know his name. Woo!
His name is wonderful.
I know. Come on. If you love it, let me see some hearts, baby. I know his name. I know his name. I know his name. He. Woo! All right. All right. Hallelujah. Woo! Higher. Higher. Woo! We lift your name higher, higher, higher. We lift your name. We lift your name. Woo! All right, that's Andrea McClurkin Malini. That's Donnie McClurkin's sister there with I will lift your name. Welcome, 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 welcome. It's the midweek praise party. My name is Muyiwa, and if you're joining us for the very first time, where have you been all this time? We have only been doing this for like 2 years, and let me explain if you've never been here before. By the way, if you're going to say hello, please do say hello. I want to hear from you. But let me explain real quick. Midweek Praise Party, TPI's Midweek Praise Party, is when we all get together as a family. Since the lockdown happened, I haven't been able to go to Virginia Beach to do Turning Point there, TPI there. But we have, by technology, been able to do it right here in London. Okay, London is where I am right now, and this is where we've been doing TPI from. And then we'll be doing midweek praise party. Midweek, as it says, we get together, share songs, share testimonies, share prayer, and that's what we're here to do. And you will be hearing from an incredible gentleman. He's a part of a family of 10. They used to be in a group, and I'll tell you more, and he'll tell you more about himself and new music. But at the end of the day, the hope is that you will be encouraged, that you will be lifted, that you will be left better than where you started. So here's the thing. First, I want you to say hello to me. Say who you are and where you are listening from. Who is it that's listening and where are you listening from? Okay. And the other thing I want you to note as we go along is when you hear a song that blesses you, throw some hearts up. Okay. Or some thumbs up. And then knowing that there might be someone in your timeline later on who would need to hear the testimony you would hear, who may need to hear the songs you're hearing, make sure you share, hit the share button now for me. Okay. So let me say some hellos real quick and then we'll move quickly on. If you're there, say hello to me. I just want to see who you are, where you're joining from. Yemi Alafifone, that's my cousin right here in the UK. What's up? What's up? What's up? He's an incredible singer. I'm telling you, he's got pipes for days. Stella, hello from Malawi. Woo! Malawi in the building. I think that's the first time I've seen Malawi in the building for a while. Thank you for joining us. Who is on and where are you joining us from? Who is on and where are you joining us from? I'm going to say hello to a couple more people. We'll move on. Blossom, more of God's grace. NGNG. Ooh, I'm not sure what those acronyms are for, but Blossom, thank you so much for joining us. Maybe I could say hello to one more person. Brandy Anderson, all the way from the United States of America in the house. Hey, we'll be hearing from our guest in a moment or two. Our guest is a singer, songwriter. He's a fashionista, has his own clothing line. He's a part of a family of musicians and singers. You know them from before, but now, and also we play his song heavily here on this radio station in the UK. But here's this one. Now, do you know this one? If you know this song and you love it, throw some hearts up. Throw some thumbs up and then share it with somebody else. Here we go. Woo! You would cross an ocean, so I wouldn't drown. You've never been closer than you are right now. Hands raised, we call him Jireh. You are enough. Jireh, you are enough, and I will be content in every circumstance. Jireh, you are enough. I'm already loved. I'm already chosen. Sing it out, say, I know who I am. I know what you've spoken. I'm already loved. I could imagine. That is enough. I'm already loved. I'm already chosen. I know who I am. I know what you spoke. I'm already loved. I can even feel more than I can imagine. That is enough. Jireh, you are enough. I will be content in every circumstance. Woo!
Come on, sing it out. If he dresses a lily with beauty and splendor, how much more will he clothe you? How much more will he clothe you? If he watches over every sparrow, how much more does he love you? How much more if he dresses the lily?
That's Maverick City music with Jireh. Maverick City, of course, Jan Lamore, Naomi Rain, and more of the team there. You are on the midweek praise party here with us, TPI Zone. That's Turning Point International. It's the TV show, by the way. If you didn't know, if you're joining us for the very first time, it's a TV show that's shown on your TVs around the world. About 200 TV stations, from Barbados to Guyana, to Germany, to here in London, and it's always great to connect with you on the midweek. So today I have a special guest for you. My guest is a singer, songwriter. He's the owner of a fashion line and does many more things. But before I bring him on, I want to remind you. Actually, you may not have known that he was part of this family. Okay, let me remind you of where he comes from. I'll show you where he comes from. See if you can figure out who my guest is. Listen to this one.
But every day I'm learning, striving and searching to be a better person. I'm tired of my life. I'm tired of the pain. I'm tired of my past, the guilt and the shame. I am sure that you hear my heart's desires. I've been to the limit and to the higher. Lord, I wanna be. Yeah. Lord, I wanna be. Hey, yeah. I wanna be better. I really wanna. Lord, I wanna be. Yeah. Lord, I wanna be. I really wanna be. Lord, I wanna be. Lord, I really wanna be better.
Okay, that's Better by the Showers Family Group. And joining us today on the midweek praise party is one and only Titus Showers. Titus, welcome.
Bless you. Thanks for having me. How you doing today?
Doing amazing. Better for you joining us, but I have to say, slightly disappointed because you have a
Uh-oh.
New York Jets hat on your head. I was hoping to see one of your own line, you know?
Absolutely. So what happened was I was at the office and I left my fedora at home and this hat was happened to be in the car and I just covered my bald head. So don't be disappointed in me. I definitely will share my merch on my page. So you guys make sure you follow me and please abreast me, man, in my business. It's doing well.
So we're gonna you're gonna find out more about what we're talking about because you're wondering what are these two bald men talking about. Well, Titus Showers, a singer songwriter and a fashion line owner. Titus, you are a member of a group, and I just played your family group's record there. We actually know you here in the UK for your song with Jermaine Dolly, which
Wow.
is one of your older songs. But
Yes, sir.
Tell for those who are just meeting you now, you're a part of a family of 10, a very musical family. Tell us about the early years of your life being in that family and how you discovered music in that family.
Absolutely. We it's 10 of us. My dad is a pastor, and so we would sing before my father would preach. Whenever he go to different churches around here in the United States, and I'm in specific in Louisiana, and so we would definitely form harmony at home, and we were known as the Showers, our last name, and definitely the Lord has saw fit to us writing our own material in 2009 and putting out an independent project. And then in 2014, the Lord blessed us to put out a national project, self-entitled The Showers. And then in 2016, we put out another project entitled The Journey. The song that you just played was Better, and that was on our initial national project that the Lord gave us in 2014. And then we came in 16 with another record, and we're just excited about what the Lord is doing. It's 10 of us again. We are very supportive of one another, and I decided to go solo in 19 after my family consulted with me. So it's no animosity, it's no beef. They are my biggest supporters. So after a sit down with the family, they decided to send me, and I said I'll go. And I was excited to continue to share my gift with the people of God all over the world, especially in the UK and in London and all over the world, you know. And it's
Now
an honor that God has
you talk
blessed me.
about all over the world. Your song "It's Gonna Be All Right" was an absolute, still is an absolute blast. I mean, we played it today on the radio station here in London, and hopefully we'll get to play it before we finish talking. But the reason, one of the main reasons, really, that we're talking is your highly anticipated self-titled album that's coming out. But before we get to that, let me ask you: for you grew up in a family of musicians and singers. Your father was a pastor, and so for you, it was from day one that you were in this Jesus thing. But when did it
Right.
become a personal thing for you? Because we hear you preachers say all the time, but just because a child is put in a garage doesn't make it a car. You don't have to just because you. So when did the Jesus thing? What was the turning point for you that just being a PK wasn't enough? That you needed to be a Jesus follower yourself.
Wow, great question. It came, after receiving the plan of salvation and living in that home. My daddy preached Jesus, and he always would share, no matter what baby my mom would have. He say, "We're looking at a mess because we all are born in sin. So until we come into the saving knowledge of Christ, then He purifies us and He beautifies us." And so it was incumbent upon me to get that personal relationship, and it came in a revival setting at my dad's church, where this great preacher was running revival, and something came over me, man, and I began to become emotional at the age of like 15 years old. I received, I became a follower of Christ, and I knew Him personally of myself, and I knew what everybody else was talking about because I didn't understand it, but definitely when that overwhelmed me, it was just a call from above, and I was excited to receive that call.
Now, Titus, of course, we're talking about spiritual things. We're talking about this, your conversion. We're talking about the Titus Showers project coming up. But at some point, I would like to talk to you about the slap, because you are of the opinion that it wasn't real. You and John P. Key are like, but for those who are not familiar with what we're talking about, we'll bring them in. So let's talk a bit more spiritual things. So you give your life to Jesus at that age, and so for someone who's listening right now, who is in the world of music, in the world of Christian ministry, but they just find themselves having been, because they're in a family, they're in a group, and they haven't quite had that moment that you had as a teenager, and now they feel a little awkward to say, actually, everyone, I'm not sure about this Jesus we're talking about. What could you say to them to encourage them at the moment to take the step that you took as a teenager, because they could be feeling real awkward right now to tell everyone that actually, I sang on stage on Sunday, but I don't really know who I was singing about.
My. Great question, man. You have to surround yourself with believers. You have to change your crowds, man. And so it became for me when I changed my crowd. I didn't follow everything that my peers were doing in the world. And of course, I was a PK, but still, those opportunities presented me. And so, for those who don't know the Lord as their personal Savior and having struggles, you have to change your crowd. You have to get around somebody that can share what the Lord has done for them. Your personal testimony can help somebody else to follow Jesus Christ and learn Him as their personal Savior. So definitely, I would encourage them to change their crowd. And even with me, when I go witnessing, I'm a sports fan. So if I have to shoot ball with you, and I say if I beat you, you have to come to church with me. That's an invitation for
No,
fellowship.
wait.
So
So right now, with the level of celebrity you have, I mean, you're recognizable. There's millions of people listening to your music on streaming platforms. You
yes,
go
sir.
out, evangelizing on the streets.
Yeah, that's very important, man. We have to win because that's what's going to be in us when God sees us in heaven, and you see everybody around, you want to know, look, he's responsible. I'm responsible for him being here. He's responsible for me being here. So it's going to be a big celebration. And what joy does it bring to your heart when someone says, if it had not been for you, I would have not met this man named Jesus Christ. So that is my means of communication, and this is a company where we provide assistance to kids from the ages of 5 through 24. My brother is the owner and I'm the COO, and we go out and help these kids to keep them out of trouble. So I bring them to church. They see Mr. Titus on stage singing and they are blown away. They was like, wow, I want to come back. So whatever means of marketing I need to do for him, I will continue to do.
And that's part of the giving back to the community, the humanitarian endeavors that you have. But on the 22nd of April, uh
Yes, sir.
there is going to be a big bang, I gather from your team. It is the new album that you have coming out, the Titus Showers, self-titled.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
I don't want to seem rude or cheeky, but how can you have anything on that project that tops "It's Gonna Be All Right"?
Wow, man. Thanks so much, man, for that compliment, man. But definitely, I believe that as you stay connected with the Lord and Savior, He will continue to give you stuff to build on top of your start, of your foundation. So I definitely think myself personally that the Lord has expand my writing. He has connected me with great writers. He has connected me with the great producers that I needed in order for myself to have another banger bigger than It's Gonna Be All Right. So I'm excited about it. It's 10 songs on there, and I believe that every one of them can be on par with It's Gonna Be All Right.
Oh wow! Oh wow! So, okay, so we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to and for those who are not in Atlanta, who can't be at the Baptist Church on the 22nd of April, uh, someone in London who's absolutely drunk every note on "It's Gonna Be All Right," who want to see Titus Showers' launch album. Is there any way they can get involved online?
Absolutely. There's a streaming link that my team will share, and we will definitely put a small fee for it, and you guys can definitely tune in to the live stream of the broadcast. So it's definitely going to be a blessing, and it's definitely going to be available for everyone to see all over the world. So you don't have to worry about paying a big fee. It's going to be something that's feasible. So you guys follow me, and we will keep you abreast of that link, and we will share it all over the world so you guys can be a part of the celebration.
Okay, so Titus, like I alluded to earlier on, I I, it, I feel it would be wrong to finish this conversation without getting your opinion on this matter. Well,
Okay,
actually, you already stated your opinion. We had a
true,
moment on the Oscars that was a shock to the whole world, and
right.
Will Smith did what Will will do. Chris Rock did what Chris will do. For those who haven't watched it, I'll leave it to Minister Pastor Titus Showers to expound on this matter. But at the back of it came two Christian men, Denzel Washington and Tyler Perry, to calm uh, Uh, is that me? Oh dear. Well, to forgive me, I've got some adverts going on here. Well, they came
Yes, sir.
to calm down Will Smith, but then you, Titus Showers, on your Instagram feed says, "Man, I don't think I think he's acting." And John P. comes along and says, "I think so too."
Right.
Te- tell us, tell us what you saw happen and why you came to the conclusion you did.
Well, I just feel that, in that moment on such a big stage, no one wants to embarrass themselves. And you can also use that moment to help your career. And as we seen the next day afterwards, if we would look at the slap in fast motion first, it really didn't look like it connected, and it looked like Chris was bracing himself for something to occur, for an acting moment. But and then when you slow it down, you see that he did connect. But was it a Hollywood slap, or was it a real disrespectful slap? Because a disrespectful slap, I'm leaning forward at you and bracing myself, because I know you're going to retaliate, because no real person is going to let anyone disrespect them that way, even though I'm a Christian and I believe in turning the other cheek. I know real person is going to allow that to happen without having some type of
Try
defensive
Jesus,
mechanism. And don't try me
I throw
when I
it.
throw hands. Yeah. But no,
Oh,
my God, Jesus Christ. And so that's why I felt that it was staged. And then if you look at the backstory, um, Chris Rock's tour dates have skyrocketed. His price has even went up from $46 to $341 a ticket. It could have been so much contributing to that. But then I look at the joke as well. And I kind of like said in the moment of what I was thinking about it. But now that I kind of understand the joke, I see how it could have been insulting to Jada in more ways than one, because we look at the sickness of the bald headedness that she had with alopecia. But there was a backside story to that Demi Moore character, who also was in a relationship with Bruce Willis, and she left Bruce Willis for Ashton Kutcher, who was a younger guy. And then you look at Will and Jada's situation with the entanglement, older guy, younger guy. So perhaps, it was so much built into that, man. But I don't think he should have acted out on live TV, but it could have been staged. So I shared a lot.
Titus Showers, of course, we are speaking. And by the way, if you want to hear more of Titus' thoughts on that, follow him on Instagram. And when he
Right.
does Titus Showers, so Titus Showers, the album is out later, almost mid-April. 10
Yes, sir.
tracks to it. You have promised that all 10 tracks are bangers. For those people who loved It's Gonna Be All Right, they're gonna get that and much more. But a couple of more things from you, for
Yes, sir.
those who are your followers, your fans in the UK, because of course TPI Zone goes all over the world, and in Africa and in the Caribbean, here in Europe.
Wow.
For those who are your followers and your fans, um, which of the songs on your new project would you tell them to go to first as they deal with the uh, the 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 residue of COVID-19 and having come out of it and trying to get back to normal life? Which songs would you say they should go to on the project first to get them the medicine for their pain?
Wow. I have two songs that I wrote in particular during the pandemic that is applicable to the people of God for what we all was going through. First song is We Need You, and the second song is Do It Again, because we're in this situation, and it's nothing new to God, because he's been here before. He's did the impossible to before, so I'm just expecting him to do it again. And in the song it says, I don't deserve the things that he does, but he keeps on blessing me. Times got hard in the pandemic, bills were due in the pandemic, but he still provided for us. Some wanted to quit, and many did lose their lives. Some wanted to die, but just when I thought it was over, the Lord did it again. So I'm encouraged by that record, and I pray that it bless the people of God in spite of all that is going on in the world.
Now, one final thing from you, because someone listening to you now and watching, and by the way, if you're watching this and it's encouraging you, why don't you hit the share button? Because there might be someone in your timeline later on who would need the exact encouragement that you're just getting out of this. So Titus, someone's watching you think, it's a man with number one album on the charts in America, a man with millions of fans who stream his music, a man with a company that's reaching out to people in the community. I mean, what problems could you ever have? I mean, I mean, and then you look like Rick Ross's cousins. You look all money, you know. So Titus Shower don't have no problems. Uh, Encourage someone with, I mean, because I know it's gonna be all right. Was written um, after your parents' home had burnt down.
Yes,
Uh,
sir. Yes,
and,
sir.
and some people may not be familiar with some of the things that you've been. So they're looking at you thinking, it's all right for him. I mean, he's a star. What problems does he have?
Man, I have so many problems, have so many issues. Still being in the limelight, you have to put on a new face for people and deal with your issues off, amongst your family, amongst your friends. You have animosity, you still have bills due, you still have children that needs to be provided for, and not all the time. Especially during the pandemic, no concerts were happening. So I was having to make more creative ways for income to come in. Certain things were cut off in the midst of all that I was going through. I grew up in a poverty situation where, my dad was the only one working. We wasn't poor, but we still had something to eat, but we didn't have the finer things in life. But we also remember this: stay connected to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ in all things, because He promised to supply our needs. And definitely, I hold on to that text that does bless it. Blesses my heart in Galatians 6:9. It says, "Be ye not weary in well doing, for in due season you shall reap if you faint not." Many of us quit when those hard times happen. Many of us throw in the towel and don't know what we're going to do. But God told us to hold on in the midst of being weary. He says, "Listen, your reaping is not your sowing is not going to be in vain. If you faint not, I'm going to make sure that you reap what I have in store for you." So we got to hold on in the midst of weary times and trust and believe that God will make a way for us.
And Titus, your message for people who there might be some of your fans who are caught in the situation in Ukraine, and you might think not, but let me tell you, there was a young lady who uh, got to interview who had been stuck in the war, and it turns out the
Wow.
song that got her through was a song by Fred Hammond and a song by Todd Delaney, and she said
Right.
there were many others like her who were plugging into great worship and great gospel music. So, what message do you have for those who might be listening to you right now in Ukraine, either in Ukraine or trying to find their way out of Ukraine, or they found their way out of Ukraine and they're sitting broken now? What message does Titus Shower have for them?
Man, in all things give thanks, man, for it's the will of God concerning you. It's hard to do that, man. I deal with that issue myself, knowing that times get hard, but I'm not facing what you guys are facing over there in Ukraine, and it's a shame that it's occurring with you. But just know that people are praying for you, and God says, give Him thanks. He's going to make a way for you, and I promise you that if we will hold on to His unchanging hand, He will change our situation. He will change our life for the better.
Titus Showers, thank you so much for joining us on the TPI Zone Midweek Praise Party. We'll look forward to the release of your new project. And for those who want to follow up, who want to find out about the link to stream your concert from different parts of the world, how can they keep up with you?
Definitely follow me on Instagram at I am Titus Showers, on Twitter. I am Titus Showers on Facebook. My fan page is I am Titus Showers. And definitely, the album will be available on April the 22nd on all digital outlets. Make sure you go and stream it and download it. And the link will be available on those aforementioned pages. And I thank you so much for your support. You guys are the absolutely best. And thank you so much, Mr. Muyiwa. Did I do it right? I was close enough. Was I close enough?
You're close.
Muyiwa.
You're closer than people I grew up with here in London. Let me tell you.
Oh my God. I thought I nailed it. I thought I nailed it. Thank you for sharing this platform with me. It's been a blessing. I truly appreciate you.
Thank you, Titus Showers. That's Titus Showers there. Don't forget, if you've been encouraged by what you've heard from Titus, hit share right now. Somebody else in your timeline may need the encouragement. And please, please, please do share. I want to leave you this evening with the song which features Jermaine Dolly. That's the song that I was asking him, can he top this song? And he says the new album tops it massively. Okay, but one thing I want to say to you, we're back again last Wednesday of the month, last Wednesday in April. But in the meantime, log on to our website, TPI Zone's website. You can watch full episode of the show. You don't have to wait till the TV station in your country is showing it. www.tpizone.com. Get there and then subscribe to the newsletter, which will let you know great wonderful things that are coming up that you would never know if you didn't join. Or also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the platforms. We are there. Okay, till we meet again, I want to leave you with Titus Showers. It's gonna be all right.
Give me a brand new song. That's why I depend on you. 'Cause I know you can see me through. And you never let me lonely. I know. Oh my God. Do what I do. No, it ain't what I say. What I can do. What he's done for me, he'll do it for you. No matter what I have done, it's gonna be alright. It's just all that we've been through. To keep on getting me through. Thank you for pulling me through. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh my goodness, been good to you.
Titus Showers, people. Hey, it's gonna be all right. Hey.
Are you a Christian singer, a musician, a worship leader, or a hip hop or spoken word artist, and you're looking for a platform to share your work? If so, I have exciting news for you. TPI is accepting submissions for music videos to air on the program. So please send a downloadable link of your music video and the song lyrics, the song copyright details and publishing details to tpimusic@cbn.org. Who knows, maybe one day I'll be introducing you to the world.